Hello everyone, today I am showing you my Quilter amp. I've had it for over a month now. I've played it about 3 gigs and some practices, and when I bought this thing it sounded way too bright, and they had a used one there, so I played the used one and I said, hey, this sounds a lot better. It sounded a lot more mellow than the new one. I bought the new one because I wanted the warranty, and I have a loud drummer and we play pretty loud, so I figured I'd get this thing worn in no time. I had a gig the first, I don't know if it's the first night I bought it or around when I just bought it, and I didn't use it on that gig because it was still pretty dang bright. When I started out, these knobs aren't where I normally have them, but when I started out, these are active tone controls, and I had the treble down like here, and I've been able to slowly lift it up. So now it's on, like, flat. I usually just boost the bass and the mids a little bit. This is the limiter, and it's kind of like a sag kind of compression control. It basically, when you set the gain kind of where you want, and once you turn the sag up, you lose a little gain, so you have to turn it back up a little bit. But this adds like a lot of sponginess to it. I really like it. I keep it about right there. And I keep the gain around like right here, depending. The reverb, I try to keep as low as like right when the knob catches, because for some reason they just have a ton of reverb on this thing. I'm used to like having the knob there and it's like a little bit of reverb and it's like, nice, but I have to have it like right here. Then we have our outputs, our line and headphones. And to me, these are like in case of emergency break glass type thing. They said they used like a soft kind of rounding of the high end for the modeling, so that way you could add your own later. And that's kind of true. I'll show you later on that you can, like, if you use like a cab sim on it, it does sound good. For headphones, I mean, like, if you're in a position where you can't be loud, they work. They don't sound that great, but they work. And this thing is really loud for how tiny it is. So what I'm going to do is it has 3 channels. It has the normal top boost, and it has a Marshall JMP. I'm going to start off just giving you basically where the knobs are right now. Play a couple chords in each one just so you can hear how they sound, and then I'm just going to start like in the normal channel and then play around and go from channel to channel, and so you guys can hear how it sounds. But I think after the speaker's broken in, this thing sounds incredible and I love it. So I also have a Quilter 101 mini head, and I love that amp too. So here we go. So now into the line out and the headphone out. It says in the instruction manual, both of these outputs have internal cabinet simulator to warm up the tone for recording, house feed, or headphone practice. This direct sound will be in the zone, but can still be used with outboard IR models or EQ tweaks for greater variety. Now, thing is the headphone out and the line out don't sound too good. I mean, they did put some kind of high pass filter on there to kind of warm it up a bit, like the manual says. But for live, I would only use it direct out for emergency only. Like if they don't want any sound, they don't want any stage volume, I guess. Maybe get like an IR pedal or something to run out with it. For like the headphones, yeah, I guess if you don't want to piss off the rest of your household, it's great that it's there. It doesn't sound great, but then again, like you're kind of, if you're wearing headphones, it's you're already hating life as it is. The thing that it works well with is it doesn't sound great, but it doesn't sound great. Let's just say that. But you can put amp models on it, and as you can see over here, is I recorded a track and then I duplicated it over. This one has the 1x12 with a Celestion 12H, which I think is kind of like a greenback. And so that's as close as you're going to get to what the situation here is in the room. So here it is direct with its quote unquote cab modeling, which I believe is just a low pass filter. And you can hear it doesn't sound very good, but when you add a cab sim onto it from Helix here, it sounds a lot better. So here we go. So as you can see, it's a much noticeable improvement. I mean, you could kind of record with it. I mean, I'd rather just mic it if it came down to it, but they're usable. But like I said, in a moment of desperation, like where you have to, sometimes you're silent stages and such. And like I said, maybe a pedal with some cab sims on it or something like that would be better. I think Behringer makes a DI box that has a pretty nice cab sim on it already. Probably investing in that just in case, poop hits the fan, or, hey, we want no volume on stage. Well, here, take it direct. But other than that, I think if you just, it's there. I bought it mostly for the way it sounds in the room and while I'm playing it. This is just an added cherry on top.